future of retail is headed in a positive direction. It's been a rough couple of years, but it seems as if things are rebounding and coming back, especially here in New York and in other major cities around the country. We've seen the beginning early signs of things picking back up, tenants out there expanding, looking for space and signing leases.
I feel like right now retail is really shedding its exoskeleton and becoming a better version of itself, becoming more efficient, and really the engagement between e-commerce and brick and mortar, I feel like what once was adversarial are now aligned and becoming more congruent. And I think we're really at the dawn of a very exciting age.
We have a pretty good balance between traditional brick and mortar retailers who sell online and online retailers who have come to the realization that they must have a physical presence because people still very much like to shop and to go into stores and to experience things. So I think we'll see a balancing of that business model.
I think you're going to continue to see retailers looking for flexibility in leases. And maybe that doesn't necessarily mean just shorter lease terms, but the ability to kind of to mitigate and change if the environment materially changes.
Retail is going to become more than what it's been in the past. It's not just a place where a transaction happens. It's a place where people experience your brand. They have an experience with the person they're shopping with. You know, I don't shop alone. I love shopping with my friends. I love shopping with my mom, my sister. Like, it's something we're doing together. So I think retail in general has to become more experiential, and it is, because people want to do that with someone. They're not just buying this thing. They want to remember when they bought it and why they loved it.
The thing that we see in the marketplace is both landlords and retailers, they have a real resilience, and they just think about better ways and newer ways to do things. And if you're not, then you're going to fall apart. And I think that's true in any business. And so the future, to me, is still going to be bright. We're still going to shop in brick and mortar, there's no question. And all the retailers are going to have a blend of, obviously, their bricks and mortar store with their online e-commerce platform, blending it together in an omni-channel position. But it's still going to be the strength of growing their business, and I still feel very positive going forward as it relates to retail.
You know, there's always been bad retailers going out of business. You know, there's always been concepts that maybe they're good at what they do for a certain point in time, but you know, the world changes and they have to adapt, and the ones that don't adapt just kind of go away. And you have a lot of young entrepreneurs who love their craft, who are building much smaller brands. You know, they might be looking at 10 locations or 12 locations as being really big. And I think traditionally, really big was 100 or 1,000 locations. But I think you're going to see more of the smaller locations, and you're kind of seeing a reemergence of that.
I can only take what I know, and that is the food and beverage component of retail. And I see food and beverage moving very directly toward artisanality. And artisanality is really just kind of another word for customization. You know, highly focused, true points of view. General is not as good anymore as specific, and I think specific stories are the best stories. Stories with points of view are really great stories.